Loftus, and this video is help for IXL Grade 7 Lesson U3, which is Evaluate Single Variable Expressions. So we will start with this first problem, t squared plus 2t plus 3. And we have to put the value of 3 in for the variable. So it's going to go in at two different places. We're going to replace the t squared with a 3, and also 2t, we're going to replace that t with a 3 and evaluate the expression. So t squared becomes 3 squared, 2t becomes 2 times 3, and then we add 3 to that. 3 squared is 9, 2 times 3 is 6, we still have the plus 3, we add all these together, and the answer would be 18. Okay, looking at the next one, this one has absolute value. So absolute value of p minus 18, and we put in the value of for p of negative 2. So the absolute value of negative 2 minus 18, negative 2 minus 18 is negative 20. Now the absolute value means the distance from 0. So I'm going to make a number line to show 0, and we'll just count out by tens, 10, 20, both directions. And notice how the negative 20 is the same distance from 0 as the 20. Well, in my sketch, it isn't exactly the same distance, but it should be. So from negative 20 to 0 is 20 steps. 20 units. So the answer with absolute value is always positive. So that would be 20. Okay, let's look at the next one. We have parentheses, 9 parentheses, h minus 1 in parentheses plus h squared. So we replace h with the value of 2. So we have two places where we're going to replace it. Wherever there is a variable h, we're going to put a 2. So that becomes 9 times 2 minus 1 plus 2 squared. Two minus 1 is 1, so that becomes 9 times 1. 2 squared is 4, and 9 plus 4 is 13, so when we evaluate the expression we get 13. Now we have to pay close attention to order of operations on this one. Exponents are evaluated first, then multiplication. So we put 4 in, we get 4 times 4 squared. And it's important that we square the 4 first before we multiply. Otherwise our answer will be much too large. So 4 squared is 16. And this should say 4. Something didn't show up there. This should be 4 times 16 is 64. Okay, last one, I believe. We're going to have a square root. So the square root of 16 plus 2 times the variable k, and we put in the value of 10 where we see a k. So we replace the k with a 10. So that is the square root of 16 plus 2 times 10. That becomes the square root of 16 plus 20. 16 plus 20 is 36. Now the square root of 36, I'm going to hit pause here. We're looking for a number when multiplied by itself equals 36. You could grab a calculator and use the square root button, or you could guess and check. We could try 5. 5 times 5 is 25, not quite. 6. 6 times 6 is 36, and we get it. So you can guess and check your way to some of these. 6 times 6 is 36, so the answer on this one is 36. Excuse me, the answer is 6.